Well, my story really begins when I was about 5 years old. I had a friend who had a birthday, and he got a new bike for his birthday, a 5-speed. And he was gracious enough to let me ride it first. I had never ridden a bicycle with handbrakes before. So as I'm going down the driveway, I see the car coming down the street. And I try to stop with my feet, but I rode right out in front of the car, unfortunately, and was hit. At the hospital, they did check me out, and there was not supposed to be any lasting damage. As I grew older, by the time I was around 13 years old, I started having problems with my hip. I was playing Babe Ruth baseball, and at one point I was having trouble even making it around the bases. I was limping and hurting so much. So we went to the doctor, we had this checked out. The bone on the top of the hip, the ball joint, was separating from the femur. They had to go in and they had to pin this hip together, and didn't have any problems for over 20 years. But a few years ago, I started limping again, started having some pain, so I went back and had the hip checked out again. Long story short, it was time for a hip replacement. Everything went well with the surgery, so after about 6 months, I took a family vacation with about 10 other people in the family, and while I was there, I stubbed my toe. An infection set in and quickly moved into the bone on the toe. About 2 months later, I decided to go ahead and have it amputated. Unfortunately, after about 3 weeks after that first amputation, the infection returned. Over the next couple of weeks, I had 6 more amputations, trying to get ahead of the infection in my leg. Twice the infection did reoccur, and I had to go back in and have more surgeries. So lots and lots of surgeries. I'd never felt like that in my life, and it's kind of hard to describe. The only way I can really say it is that I just felt myself slipping away. I really didn't believe I was going to make it through the night. So I remember going to bed that night and just praying, God, I can't handle this anymore. I can't go through this sickness any longer. I'm so weak. Either take me home or heal me, please. I woke up the next morning. I had an appetite for the first time in weeks. I was able to eat breakfast, and things were much better. It was around that same time that one of the pastors here at the church sent me a video on my phone of everyone at the church praying. Now, really and truly, I said all of that to lead up into this, that I truly believe those prayers make a difference. If anyone has ever felt like they didn't matter, that their prayers don't matter, that is absolutely false. I truly believe that God is all about relationships, that we are here to be here for each other, that it's about community, that it's about family. If no one has told you today, you matter, you make a difference, we have that power and that ability to do that through God and His design. I firmly believe that, and it worked in my case. I truly believe that's the reason that I'm here today, is from the prayers of the saints. So thank you for praying for me. Thank you for being here for me. God has been absolutely amazing through the journey in this. He is able to take any situation and turn around and use it for the good. I'm Eddie Baker. This is me.